Hello, welcome to episode number 37 of Going With the Flow. Check it out, it's March, it's time for some Irish shenanigans. Home of the Irish, luck of the Shamrocks, I'm a Shamrock. So I'm super excited about that. So today, Marisa's a little MIA. If you haven't noticed, we've got Sandy here from Luna Botanica. You know, Judy calls for Marisa. She is a major soccer mom. And this week she's got her husband's birthday and she's always taking care of her mama. So we miss you, Marisa, and we'll see you next week.
Miss you, girl. Miss you, girl.
Got the reinforcement of Sandy.
Hello. So happy to be here.
Yeah? Hey, how's Luna Botanica going?
Actually, we're getting back into the swing of things.
Okay.
It's got cold there for a minute.
Yeah.
It was, Christmas, holidays, and all of that. But spring's rolling around. We're getting some new fragrances. So we're really excited. So there'll be some new things coming out in the next few weeks.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Well, when you
so-
got them spring fragrances and them body Buddhas, bring them over.
Wait.
Yeah.
We've been doing a lot of pop-ups and
Yeah.
stuff. So definitely we'll be keeping you in the loop on all of that.
Awesome. Okay, so today our whole episode is dedicated to menopause.
The big M.
The big M. Specifically, myths, beliefs, and the things men think they understand about menopause.
Nothing.
But they absolutely do not.
Nothing.
And we are calling this part of the show Flow State, Healing Hormones and Hustle.
Ooh.
Okay? So, ladies, Sandy, have you ever been told it's not that serious while your internal thermostat is fighting for its life?
Yes.
Yes, right?
It was horrible.
Okay, so this episode's for you and me and all of us.
It was
And
horrible.
husbands, partners, lean in, because you're going to learn some things today. We're going to school you about some menopause, okay?
Some girly stuff.
So take some notes. This is loving to everybody, but also a little bit spicy. And of course, you know, we love to have fun.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Do men go through menopause?
I think that I don't think it's like a natural thing, like
Right.
menopause, but I think that there is also like a change in life for them. And I think it is more mentally than it is
right.
like
Physical.
physically, chemistry
Mhm.
with us. Them, I think it's just, you know, a change in time, a change in life and what they're wanting. We should research that though.
I think
And we
that's-
can bring that
yeah, I
back.
thi- I
Let me
think
write
that's
that
something-
down. What
yes.
about menopause,
Yeah,
right?
I would think that would be interesting for me. We're talking about our side, our version today.
Right.
But
Which is the most important.
of course. Of course. But I really am interested in what happens to the man.
Yeah, I
The
know. I am
man.
too. I am too. And a lot happens to the man as well when the lady is going through menopause. And that's
Absolutely.
really why we want to touch on some of these things because all of us have heard it or felt it or thought it. And some of it's true, but most of it's not. Menopause is not a mood, okay? It's not a mood. It's not an attitude. It's not like we just woke up like this. It happened to us. It's biology. It's chemistry. And so today we want fewer women to be called dramatic and get the proper support that they need, whether it's from their girl tribe or their spouse or partner or whoever it might be. We do need support.
I think we need 100%
I agree.
support because it is scary when you get to that age and you realize, hey, I'm not feeling like I used to
Right.
feel, or things are changing.
Right.
And you think you're like, what, am I going crazy?
Uh-huh.
Is it just me? And sometimes people, this is a topic.
And that word crazy is very
I
sensitive
know.
to certain people like
Exactly.
me.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
so I think also to add to your point about understanding what we're going through is the fact that we tend to, some people weren't like, parents didn't talk about this.
No.
My mom never told
No.
me anything
No,
about
I
this.
think our generation
Our
is the
genera-
first one to be the most
And
open
so-
about it.
Exactly.
And of course,
so-
it started with some celebrities, I think, like
Yep.
Halle Berry. But I mean, I've always been an open book when it
Right.
comes to my life, my
Right.
body. So
But yeah, I just you go through these things and you're like, what am I going through? And if you've never been told or been prepared or didn't even know when you needed to go to the doctor, and then all of a sudden you go to the doctor and they say, you know what, you're in premenopause. Like,
right.
what?
Yeah.
I
And then
thought
you
that
start like
yeah,
Googling everything. And there's so many different like platforms that tell you so
I
many different
know.
things.
And you don't know what to believe.
Right. You know, and sometimes like, you know, you compare notes like, well, my doctor said this. Well, my doctor said that, you know.
Absolutely.
And here's the thing is that menopause is not a one thing. It is your menopause is way different from my
Absolutely.
menopause. There are commonalities, but for the most part, we have different things that we're going through, you know,
Absolutely.
different times. And then I might not experience anything that you experience and vice versa. So, like night sweats. I
Oh.
mean, that's the worst. I didn't go through hot flashes. Maybe I did and I didn't realize
Realized
it,
that's what it was.
but I definitely go through the night sweats, which we're going to touch on in a little bit.
I didn't go through night sweats very much.
Yeah.
No, mine is the lack of sleep.
Lack of sleep. We're going to talk about that
Yeah.
too.
Mhm.
Okay. So remember, menopause is not a mood, it's a movement.
It
okay.
is.
And we're also going to subtitle this a public service announcements for those support people that we need to count on, which are usually the men in our lives,
Them
right?
men.
Okay, so no, Sandy, you are not crazy. It is chemistry. We are going to debunk the myth that menopause equals moodiness. Okay?
Well, you also go back to, you know how we go through different things as females, right? Even before menopause.
Right.
And even at that, how men tend to, and I know that they, it's sometimes it's a joke, and they're like, "Oh, it's that time of the month for
Right.
you." It's always something,
Something, right?
right?
Oh,
Yeah,
you,
it's
you.
you.
Yeah.
It's always something,
Right.
and so I just think that it's just something that needs to be talked about.
Right. So let's talk about menopause. Just
Okay.
like in general, you know, it's a fluctuation of your hormones.
Right.
It is a change in life.
It's a
You
change in life.
are what is the word? It is a chemical shift.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Your body is preparing to leave behind the old stuff and activate all the new stuff. That's how I like to look at it. Okay.
Talk about activating.
Right? We need to activate it, right? So, you know, we're not dramatic.
No.
Our hormones kind of just left the building, you know? And yes, you know, we will see those commercials where all of a sudden I'm like bawling, you know, it's a pet commercial.
It's a pet commercial.
Heaven forbid we hear that in the arms of an angel. Is it Martina McBride?
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Oh God! Every time but I usually I find it annoying, but now I'm like,
Or those St. Jude
oh,
commercials.
the
my
St.
God.
Jude's beat me up.
Oh my God. It's like,
Yes.
it's just hard.
Yes,
And
you
then
know,
you're like, oh my God.
we were talking about Super Bowl commercials the other day, and I was talking to Barbie about them because her and I are both in marketing, and we're like, what was your favorite commercial? And she goes, girl, mine was the Lay's one. Lay's potato chips. And it was like a dad and a baby, and she said she just started crying out of nowhere. And I was like, for Lay's potato chips? Yes, that is what happens during menopause. It just happens, right? So, you know, some of the studies say, and I like this expression, is that menopause is a eviction of your estrogen. You know, how true can that be? Where you've had all of this estrogen, you know, for those that are in the baby making business and things like that. And now we're like releasing it. We actually need to get some back in us, which is,
I think,
you know,
also
quite
too,
confusing sometimes.
It is very confusing. And then they start giving you all these pills. You know, and it's like, we got to replenish. We got to replenish. And it's like, now you're used to taking one pill. Typically. Right. And then now all of a sudden I'm taking 7.
Well, you know, there's a cream.
I know.
There's a pill.
There's a pill.
There's a hair product. I mean, there's
shots.
a shot.
There's
something
a shot
for your feet.
Yes. There's a pellet.
Yeah, the patches.
The patches.
Right? I mean, we've tried them all.
We've tried them all. Whatever is going to help me feel better and not go through these shift in emotions is what I need.
Right. But estrogen does affect your mood.
It does.
Your sleep and your memory. And that memory is huge. And I really want to spend some time throughout this whole episode of talking about that, because I will tell you
It's
that
scary.
in addition to the night sweats, that is the one. The memory, the brain fog. Why can't you remember? Maybe you have dementia. Maybe it's the onset of Alzheimer's. And I'm just like, oh my God. You know, I start believing
I
those
start
things. And
freaking
you
out
know what?
because you
I
know
can understand why they think that. I
absolutely.
do.
And the whole Alzheimer's thing, you know, because you just never know when that's gonna, you know, if you have it in your family
Right.
or anything like that. But
Right.
it is scary.
Yeah.
It is scary. I'm like, I should remember these
Yes.
things. I should know these things.
Yes. And those of you ladies who do use brain fog for selective listening, shame on you, because those of us that can't control it, you know, we kind of get the little bad rap on it. So, I mean, yeah, you know, sometimes with my husband, I'm like, ding,
Yeah.
right? But I don't really equate it to my menopause because I am super forgetful.
Right.
Now, I will tell you something. I have been super sensitive to this and aware of this.
Right.
And so I know I'm saying all the time, you know, where's this? Where's that? You
Right.
know, bless his heart, my son-in-law, Jared, I always lose my glasses and my cell phone. And like, they're literally right here. And I'm like,
Or
where
you have
are
them,
they?
or you have them in your hand.
In my hand, on my head. And I'm like, hey, has anybody seen my glasses and my phone? And Jared's like, Gigi, they're right over there. You know,
Right.
he always knows, bless his heart, he takes care of me. But, you know, I started realizing, dang, man, I need to get better about this.
keys.
And so I also think that since I've had my hysterectomy now, I am
know.
a little bit more patient with myself and like, slow it down.
You have to.
Slow it down, Trisha. Remember where you put things. And Joe, you haven't heard it too much lately, right? I'm like, Joey, where's my glasses?
You have to.
What I do is I'm rushing though, right? And Joey is forever the one. Joey, will you please bring my phone down to me? Like I've left for the day, and he's bringing my phone down to me.
Oh my God.
But it's fewer
Joey,
far
you're
and
a
in
saint.
between as what it used to be. Thank God for Joey.
Thank God
God for
for
Joey.
Joey. Yes,
Everybody
yes.
needs a Joey in their life.
I'm
Yes.
telling you.
All right. So we're going to come back and we're going to talk about, let me get part two.
Well,
yeah,
before
while
we-
you're doing that, yeah,
But
go
before
ahead.
we go, back on the brain fog, and my other thing is because there's so many medicines out there,
Yeah.
you know, nowadays,
Yeah.
that talk about things that'll help, like supplements and things like that, to help with that brain fog. There's just so much on the market, and you just don't know.
You
just don't
really
know.
don't know. And you know, I
As
mean,
a
it's
woman,
everything, the
yeah.
ring, the this, the that. Social media is, I love that it's so open to it now and it's flooding us with information, but it is almost sometimes
overwhelming.
information overload, right? And you're like,
Yeah, and you just don't know. You
know?
just don't know what to do if
Yeah.
it's right, and you try all these different things, and then you have to just figure out your own chemistry.
Yeah.
is what it comes down
Yeah.
to.
And so what I've noticed, I think with us, because we talk about it a lot, you know, we're kind of starting to shy away from those things.
Yes.
I don't want to say we're over the hump of menopause, but I think we're on the
Downside.
we're on the downside
downside.
now. We still got it, but we're adapting better and
Right.
we're more cognizant of different things. So when we come back, this part two is going to be called Dear Husbands.
I know.
Things you're getting wrong. Okay? So this is going to be lighthearted, but we need to talk about these things.
Hubbies
Because
need to
remember, we
know.
are not crazy.
No,
Woo-hoo. We're
no,
not
we're not.
intentionally. We're not intentionally.
Sometimes.
woo-hoo. Sometimes. I love it. All right, Sandy, so let's do a little cheers here, and we'll be right back. All right, we're back. We're back with part two
With part two,
of Dear Husbands, Things You're Getting Wrong During Menopause.
there are some
with your-
things.
with your lady loves, yeah.
gentlemen, there are some things.
Yeah, so we love you, but sometimes you are not helping us. When your female lady throws off the blanket at 2 a.m., do not touch that thermostat.
Do not.
Do not.
Do not.
Do not.
Do
It's
not.
like asking for a fight to happen, okay? It really is.
When they tell you you were fine yesterday.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yesterday was yesterday.
Right. That's the past.
That's the past. Today's right now.
Right.
What's going on right now? Why are you so hot?
Right.
You know?
Yes.
They don't get that.
No, and it's about that imbalance of your hormones, right?
So it's funny, when I was married, we had that crazy bed that had the two.
Yeah.
hated it. I don't
Yeah.
know how many hated it, but I
we got rid of ours.
So
Yeah.
did we ended up
Yeah.
getting rid of it.
Yeah.
You always fell in the middle.
Right. Always. Always.
Anyway, but it was so funny because at that
At
time,
11 p.m.
I know. At that time,
When he
it
comes
was
calling.
Yeah, when he comes calling, it's like,
Right.
Anyway,
Totally. Yeah.
it was funny at the time.
Yes.
But my ex hated it. But
Yeah.
we go back to, I was so hot.
Mm-hmm.
And it was at that time we had the two, so I would like kick off my side of the blankets, and I've always slept with it cold, but it got where I needed it colder.
Colder. Yeah.
Colder.
Yeah.
And so I think that men just don't understand that whole chemistry that we're going through, like we mentioned, and it's hard to get them to realize. Sometimes they get upset. Sometimes it can cause some issues. Sometimes because they just don't understand.
And
they
because
don't
they're
understand.
always hot.
Yes,
right?
they're always hot.
So mine has been the opposite effect.
Yeah.
I have never been I'm cold kind of person.
Right.
I'm cold.
Yeah.
I am cold all the time. Except on break, I was like, it's hot in here.
Yeah.
But it really was hot.
Yeah.
I am cold all the time.
Yes.
And I, like you, I do like to sleep, fan on,
Yep.
AC low, snuggle.
My eyes are just showing.
Right. And so when I go to bed now, it's 80 degrees outside. I have my long johns on. I have
That's
a
funny.
quilt, a cooling blanket, then a quilt, and then another blanket. And I'm literally like this. Ralph's
God.
like hot, and I'm cold. And then
It makes it
about
hard.
2 and 3 in the morning, I wake up drenched, head to toe, and I'm even colder.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So I literally have to get up, strip, put on brand new clothes, and jump back in bed.
Right.
But my head is wet. I literally sweat like I ran the marathon with Joey, which I don't do. And so that's hard.
It also impacts intimacy.
Correct.
It
does.
because
We're tired.
we're tired.
We're exhausted.
I don't know what I just mentioned to you earlier.
Yeah.
All I want to do these days is sleep. It's like I just want to sleep.
Yes.
And so
Sleep is not overrated.
It's not.
Not at this point in our
And
lives.
I've also done a little bit of research on this, and they say that women do have different sleep patterns than men, and women need. The research does show that we need more sleep.
Absolutely.
We
and
a lot of
need
it,
more sleep than men.
yes, and it comes back to the whole chemistry again,
Right.
and this whole menopause,
Right.
premenopause, postmenopause, because there's so many stages that we have to figure out. And if my mom is the old school that didn't talk about those things, I'm trying to figure it out as I go.
Right.
And so
things we need to understand about menopause is sleep disruption happens nonstop. For
Nonstop.
most of us, we don't have a difficult time falling asleep. We have a difficult time staying asleep, right? Sandy, we talked about this. You've been up since 3 o'clock. You were up from 3 to 5, and I was like,
last
well,
night I was up at 3 o'clock in the morning, tossed and turned, had to turn the TV on. It was 5:30
Right.
when I finally started to get sleepy again. My alarm went off at 6:15.
Right.
I was like, oh my God.
Yeah. You got a nap.
I got a nap.
And then you're like,
I know.
can I snooze? What do I have?
Right.
I do. I mean,
Yep.
this happens at least 2 or 3 times a week for me.
Well, and I have to say that I love my doctor. She's given me, I tell her what's wrong and what I'm feeling and what I need, and she's been able to give me that. So I think also remembering that we have to have a good relationship with our doctors.
Oh, if you do not trust your doctor,
Exactly.
go find one that you do. Okay,
Exactly.
because
I have finally found somebody that I really trust.
Yes.
And she's magnificent.
Me too.
And so
my doctor is not the most warm and fuzzy person, and I am, but I love her. I trust her. She's a straight shooter.
she is.
And I do see that caring side of her, So
But I think that patient-doctor relationship is extremely important because we are going through so much, and I think making sure that our doctors understand what we're going through, because like you mentioned earlier, not everybody goes through the same thing.
Right.
And as long as we're able to communicate that with our doctors, they'll be able to help us through this craziness.
Interesting that you said that. Now, my mom is 82, 83 years old, soon to be 83 on St. Patrick's
On
Day.
St. Patrick's Day.
And she told me a good 20, 25 years ago, so, early into her 60s, she said, I am at a point now where my Gen doctor
Mm-hmm.
needs to be a female. When I tell them how I feel,
That's
I
absolutely
know
true.
that, and we've gone to male gynecologists forever,
Right.
but I have the last 2 gens I've had have been female, and I do, like, when I am talking to them,
They get it.
they get it. There's a connection
get
there,
it.
right?
get
They
it.
know what I'm
Mhm.
talking about.
And
So,
that's absolutely true for me as well. I switched from a male to a female, and she gets it.
mhm.
And so again, one of the reasons that I switched was because I wanted to try the pellet. And but then I go to her and she says, "Well, I'm just gonna." She was again a straight shooter,
Yeah,
and she said, "Once it's in, we can't take it
that's
out."
right. That's right. Right.
Once it's in, we can't
Right.
take it
See you in
out.
3 months.
Yeah, exactly. And there's side effects that may happen, but once it's in, we
Uh-huh.
can't take it out.
Yeah.
So she's like, most people, if they really are adamant that they really want it, I'll
Mhm.
go ahead and do it. But a lot of times I'll say, let's work on what we think needs to happen, and then let's have a conversation about that later on, if that's what you really want to do.
Right.
I'm not a pellet person. I'd rather give me the patch,
Mhm.
give me the pills. I'll
Mhm.
take them.
Mhm.
I'll put the patch.
And why is that?
Is for me, because I just
It's
don't.
that thing that it's in you for 30,
Yes,
90 days?
it's that
Okay.
thing that's in me, and if I start to feel sick or something,
You
as
blame it on that.
I blame it on that.
Okay,
but
so
yeah.
I'm going to tell you something. I went into menopause at age 50. So I had an IUD, birth control.
Right.
Doctor, it was time to take it out in 5 years. And she did blood work and she said, "You're in menopause." And I was like, "Okay, hold on. Does that
Wait a
still
minute.
mean that because I never had a period when I was on my IUD?"
Right.
And I said, "What you're saying is, in my language,
Yeah.
I'm never going to get my period again."
Yeah.
She's like, "Yes, Trisha." And I'm like, "Woo!" Okay. And so, I started right away with the pellets. And I'm
Right.
going to tell you something. It was too early.
Was it?
It was too early. Like, I had just discovered menopause. I don't know how long I had been in it. I was
Wow.
50 years old.
Why did you
I
go
did the
straight
pellets.
to the pellet?
And you know why? Because I was sitting in her office, and there's the sign. "Do you have a hard time falling asleep, staying asleep? Do you lack,
And then it said the
sex,
pellet?
like, everything?" I was like, ding, ding, ding,
Ding,
ding,
ding.
chuck, chuck, chuck. BioT, right?
Yes.
So it's kind of my fault, and she talked about it, and I did have coworkers that like it's the best thing
Right.
since sliced bread, and I was like, "Well,
Okay.
give it to me."
Okay.
So I tried it twice, and I just never got that oomph
Yeah.
that everybody was talking about.
Right.
And so then I went, I did sublinguals. Then I did, and then I finally got on the patch. The patch was good.
The patch.
And then I started with these new female issues that I've had. And right before my hysterectomy, I went back on the pellets because I said, "You know what? I'm gonna stop listening to everybody.
And just try it.
I'm going to do what my doctor tells me to do." And I feel it now.
Really?
I feel better. I have better clarity. I'm telling you, I know this is impacting the brain fog.
Really?
It's helping me with it. But it didn't in the beginning.
Hmm.
So, again,
Well, maybe
our
it was
bodies
it
are
was like you
changing,
s-
right?
Yeah, like you said,
So
maybe it was just a little too early.
it was too early. That's what
Right.
I firmly
Yeah.
believe. Okay, so menopause affects your sleep. It affects your libido. Okay?
Yes.
So, yes,
The
I
elephant in
still
the
love you.
room.
I'm still attracted to you. I still want to have sex with you, but
But-
don't F with my sleep. Okay? If I say I walk in the home and I'm like, it's, 6:30 and I'm already saying how tired I am and you want to get busy,
Yeah.
let's get busy. Don't be coming in at 11 o'clock at night, when I'm, fully asleep and like, hey, I'm like, no, I do not.
You do not.
Want to mess around.
You
I
do
just
not.
got to sleep. Now I'm not going to be able to go back
And
to
then the-
sleep
and then-
again.
and then-
And I'm mad at you for waking me up. So no, I don't want to have
So
sex.
let me talk a little bit about that. So you just said, I'm mad at you for waking me up because
Right.
that does upset us.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
Talk about getting a little upset. That would upset me.
Yeah. And the rage.
And the
sometimes
rage,
can happen,
yes,
right? Yep.
and leave me alone, whatever. But then on the flip side is the ego getting hurt.
Absolutely.
The you don't want me
Right.
anymore.
Right. That's
or,
exactly it.
or even, well, what are you doing
Mhm.
that you don't want me?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, and I get it's that doubt
Yeah.
that it could potentially, but again, it goes back to um, your partner needs to
Right.
understand what you're
Yeah.
going through.
I'm not
You know,
out
it's
of
not
love
like
with you or
it,
out of lust with you. It's just
just
not as important right now
yeah,
as it was back then.
right.
But it will come back.
It
and
will come
it
back.
is coming back for me.
Yeah,
And I
and the meds
have to
help.
tell you, it's the pellets.
Yeah,
I know it is.
yeah.
So
Like I said, the meds
yeah.
will help.
So men,
Don't take it personal.
No, it's not. It really is
Don't
us.
take it personal.
Okay, we're really having these crazy things that go
Emotions.
through us, and the estrogen and not having testosterone. I mean, I had zero.
Me too.
They had to, pump
Zero.
some
But
testosterone in
here's
me.
the thing. We realize, though, here's the other thing. We know our bodies and we know when something's going wrong. At least I did. And so about 2 years ago, I went and I said, I told my doctor, I was like, I feel horrible.
Right.
I feel horrible. Told her what was going on. She got me hooked up. And the lack of energy was the one for me.
Right.
Because I'm typically pretty active.
Right.
But the not having no energy, not wanting to do anything.
So you have no desire.
I had no desire to do
and
anything.
it
I was like, this is not
nothing
who I
to
am.
do with your partner, with
Right.
your significant other. It is exhaustion.
It's
Exhaustion leads to lack of sleep and lack of libido.
So going
wanting
back to
get
our
busy with it.
so going back to our guys, don't take it personally.
Please don't.
Please
don't.
Please.
Okay. Emotional bandwidth does shrink with when sleep disappears, right? So when you are sleepy, that's when the tears come out. That's when the rage comes out. We are just tired. And unfortunately, we're tired for about 6 to 9 years.
Yep.
You got to deal with it, guys.
Yep.
I mean, you can talk to us about it, but don't make it about you. Let's talk about the situation. And again, investing in your love, invest in educating yourself about menopause. And just because Sandy doesn't deal with that doesn't mean that it's you again. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
We're just different.
And I think you just made a good point. Investing in that love, investing in that relationship.
Absolutely.
Do other things together. Go for a walk. Go, do something together. Go have dinners, or
I need to be better about that
or,
as well.
Where you go and just spend time alone with each other and enjoy each other's company.
It does go both ways,
It
lady.
does go
You
both
got to
ways.
step it up, and I have been one that has not. I'm just like, no, I don't want to walk.
I try to get her to walk.
I know, and I'm
I
getting
try to get
better.
her to run, but she won't.
I'm not a runner. I am a walker. Now I get to use the excuse. I just had a hysterectomy.
I said, I'm going to drag you to Woodlawn Lake with me.
Okay, I know we're kind of going a little bit long in this section, but I just want to, because this is super important to me, is the 2 to 4 a.m. night sweats. And it's the cortisol, right?
It's the cortisol.
The cortisol, which is your stress hormone. It's prepping. It's starting to rise at 2 o'clock in the morning and get you ready for work, regulating yourself, waking you up. And so when that happens, and then you're missing the estrogen, night sweats happen.
That's
right.
that's
That's when they start to happen.
The cortisol will also, guess what else the high cortisol will do?
What?
You gain weight.
Right. And so it affects people who have sleep apnea, who have hormonal changes, who have infections. And I did read the infections. It was more like tuberculosis and stuff like that. So I'm going to go ahead and scratch that one out. But also your medications. So look at your medications and, Google your medication and menopause. Right? Not just side effects, because that's not going to really help you.
That's not going to tell you.
You've got to get deeper into that whole menopause.
Right.
Because when that estrogen drops, it destabilizes your body, and that temperature regulation of your body, it's off. It's whack-a-mole. Whack-a-mole. And that's my thing. And so, I feel so much better right now. Of course, I've just had the hysterectomy. I'm 3 weeks in, and the night sweats is the only thing. I'm sure there are other things you could probably ask Ralph.
Right.
But I am having more clarity. I am having desire for him.
That's great.
Right.
You know what? So there's a light at the end of the tunnel.
There is.
There's a light at the end of the tunnel.
And I am definitely, at least as much as I know, 7 years into menopause right now. So.
Right. and I'm at the back end already.
Uh-huh.
So, but the light at the end of the tunnel is when you really, I realized that I'm at the end because I've gotten my energy back.
Yeah.
I lost some weight.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
I'm now the only thing I still struggle with, and I just talked to you about it, is my sleep patterns. Those are still a little wonky, but I'll take a pill.
I agree, and I think it
you
is
know,
it is
'cause I need my
menopause, but it
rest.
also you know, we are
Working women.
we are leadership ladies.
Yes.
And that's a whole nother episode on menopause and what that does to us, you know, and our stress.
Yes.
But I think that does clearly play into it.
Yep.
Okay, so
absolutely.
we're going to come back in a minute. Part 3, menopause is not the end. It's the upgrade. It is the upgrade. And it has no expiration date.
Nope, none.
So let's do another cheersies.
None whatsoever.
And we will come right back and talk menopause. Okay, this is it for today, part 3. Menopause is the upgrade, not the expiration date.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we're gonna bust some of these myths, right? Sandy, does menopause mean you're old?
No.
Hell to the no,
No.
right?
No.
Okay.
I will say this, you know, I'm in the latter end
Right,
of it,
right.
right? And I think this is the best I've felt
In quite some time.
in quite some time. My weight's down, my memory does have a little bit of brain fog, but you know, I'm finally getting to the point in my life where I'm active, I've got energy, I feel good.
Right.
You know, it's just
It's a blessing.
it's a renewal
Right,
of
a renewal.
a renewal of the they like to say
Yeah,
twilight
yeah,
years, but
yeah.
I don't know if I like that phrase.
Yeah, me either. Because here's the next one. It's downhill from here.
Uh-uh.
Shut the F up.
I have to say, I mean,
It's
all
just
of
a
us.
pause, man. We needed a long pause.
Well, you know what? We make babies.
We cook, we clean,
clean,
we are women in leadership.
we do
We're
all-
nurturers. We
We
are
take care of everybody.
generous.
We
Right.
take care of everybody.
Head of household.
Yeah, ahead of household.
Yeah.
And you're right. It's just a pause. I
Right.
know it's our bodies finally saying, "Okay, you've done
Right.
enough
Mhm.
for now."
Yeah.
You know, so I love
Here's
it.
another one to bust, Sandy.
What?
Sex life is over.
Oh my gosh.
Wonk, wonk. Okay, it's not.
We
It's
had a
not.
pause.
We got a long pause. We had a hard stop, but it's coming back. It's coming back.
I like that.
She's bitter.
What
Stop already.
I
What
know.
does that mean? Is that the rage? You know,
think
if you're condescending to me, you're going to get it back.
Yeah,
Sorry.
exactly.
Sorry. Oh, here's the one that really pisses me off. We're less feminine now.
Oh my God. Why? Because now we have hair growing out.
Or because I don't have my ovaries anymore. You should be happy. You should be happy. You ain't gonna have no babies, you know?
I know, right? You
At
would think,
57
right?
years old. Not that I probably could, but still.
I don't know. It just these myths that and here's my other question: who made these up? Men? I don't
Love
know.
you, men.
We love you,
But
men.
seriously.
But where did these come from?
Right.
You know.
Right.
I have a hard time thinking that a woman would come up with these myths.
Right.
But anyway.
So here's going to be our philosophy on this, right?
Yep.
Menopause isn't a breakdown.
Nope.
It's a recalibration.
I love it.
Isn't that amazing?
I love it. We should make.
Thank
a
you,
t-shirt.
ChatGPT. Yes.
We should.
I mean, I was just like, this is.
We should make it.
Yes.
We should make it.
I'm on recalibration right now.
I know, right?
And then when we're done, I recalibrate it,
I'm
right?
recalibrating right now.
Absolutely.
Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
Right.
I'm not bitter. I'm recalibrating.
I know. Okay, let's do a little quick rapid fire between the
Okay.
two of us. Okay, so one thing every husband should never, or partner should never say. I'll give you mine.
What?
Calm down.
Oh. Oh. What's wrong with you?
Right?
What's wrong? What's wrong with you, Trish? I'm sorry.
Okay. One,
I had a flashback.
Now,
I had a
okay, now we put it back on us, right?
We
What
do.
one thing every wife should communicate more clearly.
I'm in menopause. I'm recalibrating.
I feel like I talk about menopause a
Right.
lot, but I do not say, I don't do enough reinforcement of it's not you. I am still attracted to you.
Yes.
I do want to be with you. it just has to be on my terms and
Right.
time right now.
And
You know,
we have
I'm
to,
not
it's
spontaneous.
really
like everyone
about
sweats.
education.
Uh-huh.
I really feel like our partners, our men, just don't understand it.
Yeah.
They don't go through it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like having babies.
Right.
You know, a man does really, you know, we talk about how the pain tolerance of men.
Mhm.
Most men have a very low tolerance to pain,
Uh-huh.
right? Generally. Okay, I'm generally speaking. Okay, I don't want to offend.
Generalize.
I don't want to offend anybody.
Don't be in trouble,
I know,
girl.
right? However, you know, they don't know what it's like to have a child, right?
Well, now I've never had a child,
Mhm.
so I don't know what it's like either. I know what it's like to help raise children.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
and
Which,
because that's my big
yeah.
beef with people is like, oh, you didn't have babies.
Oh no,
You don't know how to change a diaper. You don't know how to care for them.
that's not true. That's
okay,
not true.
yeah, I'm throwing
Yeah.
you the bird.
That's
okay,
right. That's
I
right.
help raise my nieces and nephew. I help raise my grandchildren. I clean diapers. I know how to handle kids.
Right. But I think when it comes back to our bodies, yes,
Correct.
it's when
I can't. Yeah.
it's our bodies. And so understanding, it's education. That's all it is. It's just communication and education.
Right.
And understanding, you
Right.
know, on both sides, understanding how they feel
Mm-hmm.
when you are at 11:30 at night and say,
Yeah.
I'm tired, I don't want to.
Yeah.
And they're like, but,
Yeah.
you know, and it's like,
I'm just so worked up.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm done.
Yeah.
You know, and then that's when my rage comes out.
Yeah,
But
and
I'm
it's like-
I'm getting better.
well,
getting
and yeah, and or you don't want to also just go through the motions.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
and so because that's even probably more detrimental,
Right.
to the relationship. Is
Yes.
just going through the motions, just
Just going with the flow.
going with
too
the flow.
much.
Yeah, we can't just go with the flow sometimes.
Okay. What was my last question? What surprised you the most about menopause?
What surprised me the most about menopause? How early I got it. Because I got it in my 40s, early 40s, like 41, 42. I got it. And some people get it earlier. And so I've got it earlier and I feel like I finished it faster.
Right.
You know,
Right.
I'll never forget when I stopped having my period. It
Yeah.
freaked me out. I thought I was pregnant.
Yeah.
I thought I was pregnant. I was like, what the frick is going on?
Yeah.
I'm
That's
40
scary.
years old. I'm
Yeah.
41.
Right.
And I'm thinking, why am I not having this?
Right.
And then I go to the doctor and the doctor tells me that. And I'm like,
Okay.
what do you mean? I'm only 40.
And I would agree with you. You know, again, I had the IUD.
Yeah.
So at 45, I didn't think I had any menopause
Right.
symptoms. My menopause could have started at 45, 46, 40. I didn't know till 50.
You didn't know till 50.
But I did think that this was more of like being in my 60s kind of thing.
Right, because
Yeah,
and
of
I
our
think it
parents.
yeah, because of our parents, exactly. And you know, I remember my grandmother, I remember my grandma talking to my mom and always saying the change of life.
Yes.
It's the change of life, like this mystical thing
Yes.
that you go through.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
it was
You're
like
really not supposed to talk about it, right?
I
Yeah,
know.
back then.
Back then you didn't talk about it, but it was the change of life.
Uh-huh.
And oh, she's going through the change of life,
Uh-huh.
or that kind of thing. And I'm like, what is the change of
Yeah.
life? Nobody ever explained that.
Right.
So it was all a mystery.
So my surprise is
What?
the night sweats.
Really?
That I could sweat
That much?
head to toe. Yes. I mean, I am literally in bed and I went, like, I mean,
Oh my
yes,
God.
dude. And I'm like, ew, how unattractive. I feel unattractive, right?
Right.
So yeah, when Ralph's coming in late and I can feel that, you know, I'm waking up because I'm sweat, because I'm cold,
because you're cold.
because I'm getting cold.
Yeah,
and I'm
'cause
like,
you're shivering.
what the happened?
Yeah.
When did I start sweating? You know?
I don't know.
And again, I've got my long johns on and everything. I was freezing
And
when I went to bed.
when you went to bed.
Right.
Right. So my curiosity is now, at what time of the night did that start?
Right.
Right? Like,
well,
okay, so
I
it
tend
was
to
10
notice it
o'clock?
anywhere between the two. And you know what it is, Sandy? It's when you go to sleep. Okay?
Okay.
Because the later you go to sleep, which is hard for us because
Yeah.
we're tired,
Right.
then you may not get it. You may not get it because you have to wake up.
You got to wake up.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so you're not asleep long enough.
Right. But when I go to bed early,
Early.
or, you know, like not 10 o'clock,
Yeah.
It's almost clockwork 3:26 for
Really?
me.
The
Almost
the
clockwork.
witching hour.
The witching hour, right?
Okay, there's a lot to that witching hour.
Okay, so men, we hope you have learned a lot today. This next part is going to be called the Menopause Survival Guide for Husbands and Partners. Okay, so if you are listening to us, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and congratulations. That means that you are supportive.
Right.
And if you are not listening, or it could be that you're in trouble, right? It could be.
Could be.
But it doesn't matter. You're investing in the time to understand menopause. So Sandy and I are going to go through, what are these rules? How many do we have, Sandy? We have 9.
Okay.
9 rules.
There we
So I will go first. Do not personalize the thermostat. It really is a big deal, okay? If I'm hot and you are cold, which is not in my case, put on a hoodie. You put on the hoodie,
You
not
put on
me,
the-
okay?
Yep.
You can add layers. I cannot remove my skin, okay? It's just simple as
It
that.
is. It is what it is,
Okay.
right? Number 2,
Okay,
sleep is foreplay now,
right,
because we cherish the sleep.
right,
Oh my God.
right.
You know,
So if you haven't slept, romance is canceled.
it's
It's
done.
out the door.
It's out the door. It's out the door.
ChatGPT told us bring the magnesium, bring tea, and bring silence, most of all.
Or do your thing in the bathroom.
Exactly. Sometimes you gotta. We had to sometimes too, you know? So, okay, rule number 3, I've already shared this.
Calm.
Calm down is illegal.
Yep.
Do not say those words. I'm never calming down. I am recalibrating.
Right.
Okay? Rule number 4,
Number 4, you were fine yesterday.
stop saying that.
Stop saying that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just kind of, yeah. It's just,
Read
it
the
doesn't-
little thing that it says. I just think they're
Yesterday-
so funny.
This is cute. Yesterday, estrogen still lived here. Today, she moved out without notice.
Yeah, out notice, not so much anymore.
Estrogen said, "I'm out of here. I'm out of here."
Okay, rule number 5, it's not about you.
It's
Unless
not.
you made it about you, in which case we will circle about.
Yep.
But it is about us and our bodies and our chemistry
Absolutely.
and our recalibration.
Oh, I really like this one.
Okay.
Number 6, brain fog is real. It is real. Don't take it personal and say, you're not listening.
Uh-huh.
We are listening. We just forgot.
Right. We forgot, right?
We just forgot. You just need to remind me.
Right.
And just say, oh,
Right.
remember?
Yes.
It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. Don't take it personal.
Yes. Number 7. This is a good one, guys. Ask, don't assume.
Right.
Instead of what's wrong with you, how about trying,
What
what do you need?
Oh my God.
What do you need? I need you.
Oh.
I need you. Come give me a hug. You know what I mean?
What?
It's going to make me more responsive
that is-
to you.
It
really is.
That's a sweet one. I like that.
Yeah, isn't it?
It is.
Okay.
Number 8. This is funny.
I know. They're so cute.
She is not expiring.
Right. But read it, Sandy. This is awesome.
She is evolving.
We're evolving.
Yes,
We're evolving to
we're
our
just
next
evolving.
level
The
of life.
software is upgrading.
The software is upgraded. Yes.
Some of those features
are gone.
They're gone, and it's okay because they gotta go anyway.
Right.
And new ones are loading. Be patient during the installation.
Patient. Installation is very important.
It's very important.
Okay. And number 9, menopause is not a weakness.
No, it's not.
It is biology. It is science.
It is
It is
chemistry.
chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
It is strength. It is a woman's body transitioning into a no nonsense era.
Right.
And frankly, that might scare you a little bit.
It will.
And that's okay.
That's okay.
We're okay with
But
that.
we're not challenging your manhood.
Right.
It's just something we have to go through.
Right.
And
Absolutely.
hopefully
I wish we didn't.
I know.
I really do
didn't.
wish we didn't
I
because
do too.
it's hard, guys.
It is.
Guys and girls, it is hard.
It is difficult.
And if you're young and you haven't gone through this yet, God bless you. God bless
say a
you.
prayer.
And call us. We'll help you out. We can be your therapist for free.
For free.
Because I am happy to share anything that I have learned through this decade that's
This
not quite
decade.
over yet.
Yep.
You know?
And I'm already almost over with the decade.
I hope so. And then we will
Because-
celebrate you. And
Yes.
when I'm done with mine, we will celebrate mine too.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So
It's been fun.
it's been fun. Thanks for joining us. This is part of our everyday life, and we just felt the need to talk about this a little
Absolutely.
bit more. A whole segment dedicated to this. Love to hear from you, especially if you've got some herbs or supplements that you're doing.
We did talk a little bit about that.
did, yeah.
Yeah. So like the lavenders, the primrose,
Uh-huh.
those kinds of soothing.
Ginseng.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Those soothing fragrances.
Yeah. I
that
told you my mom used maca,
Maca.
and so
Mhm.
I don't know why I still haven't gone to go get it, but I'm
Yep.
going to.
Yeah, and you know they have now teas. There's so much out there in the market. Do what's best for you,
Right.
because it may not be for her and it may not be for me, but whatever is best for you.
Absolutely.
And that's, I think, the big picture here.
Right.
Is let's just do what's best for
Right.
each other.
So hey, support. You are my support. You are my tribe.
You are mine.
Thank you for stepping up today.
Not a
Marisa
problem.
texted us and said,
She
hey,
did.
good luck. And we miss you, Marisa.
We do miss you,
We
Marisa.
will see you next week.
Sure.
And until then,
Until then,
peace,
love.